During the Revolutionary War, there was a minister named Peter Miller who had a neighbor who was a terrible person. He opposed Peter Miller, his church. He slandered him in the community. He worked against him. He was a nuisance constantly and a thorn in his side. In the course of the Revolutionary War, though, Peter Miller's neighbor was arrested, tried for treason, and sentenced to death. He had the death penalty. When Peter Miller found out about the fate of his neighbor, he traveled over 60 miles to see General George Washington and plead for him on behalf of his neighbor. George Washington said, "Pastor, I'm sorry, but I can't give your friend a pardon." To which Peter Miller responded, "A friend? This is not my friend. This is my worst living enemy that I'm pleading for." George Washington was shocked and said, "Well, that puts things in a totally different light." And he granted Peter Miller a pardon on behalf of his neighbor. Peter Miller took that pardon, went quickly to the prison where his neighbor was. In fact, his neighbor heard that he was there and scoffed and said, "Well, he's here to gloat over my death." But he was shocked when he was handed a pardon from his neighbor, Peter Miller, through those prison bars, and the jailer opened the door and allowed him to go free. That day, Peter Miller and his neighbor left not as neighbors, but as friends. Love overcomes. You think about that. I'm Pastor Jared.